As the first month of the year has come to a conclusion, my assumption is that a lot of your New Year's resolutions are based around saving more money or just generally being better with your finances. If you need an extra hand in developing better behaviors and planning for your future, please reach out to our podcast sponsor, Financial Planning Matters. You can reach them at www.fpms.ie. Niall and the team will help you craft your financial future in relation to your goals.
You look like the Grinch when you sound like that.
Is that a Grinch thing?
You know when he sounds like that? But it's like,
I don't like the Grinch. Most overrated film ever.
no, that's good. It's good.
Cat in the
It's
Book.
good. What's your favourite Christmas movie? Ridiculous topic.
She doesn't really like
Um,
Christmas.
I watched Love
At all, do
Actually
you?
with extreme detail this
Yeah,
year,
that's
but
good.
I'm not a Christmas film guy.
The Holiday's banging as well.
It is, but I'm sick
Those
of
two
it.
go-tos. I'm also sick of it, but it's also great.
I'm
What
sick
do you
of
mean
it.
you're sick of it? It's you watch it
No,
once
I'm
a year,
sick of it.
Gary.
I mean, no, Gary. I mean, like, my ma and dad make the same comments about every dress
Oh,
and every scene in it. Now,
Once a year.
but look, I say that, right? In Love Actually this year, I was so impressed with how they managed
The storylines.
The storylines.
it's crazy.
Well, like,
Yeah.
the
What do you
songs.
mean this year it hasn't changed?
Yeah, but he's paid attention.
I paid attention.
Because we can be robotic watching Christmas movies, you know? It's the
This
same
year.
movie every time.
Yeah. He's explaining it, so stop laughing at me. Basically, right, in Love Actually, let's say a song is playing. The song will transition. Let's say the song comes on at the end of a scene. So the song means one thing for one person at the end of a scene, and as it transitions to the next scene, it means something else for another person.
Oh, okay.
And it'd be like the
What are
main
you laughing
backing
at?
track, and it will go into like
You're
the
trying
radio.
not to laugh, and now I'm just laughing. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm sorry.
But that's what made the film excellent. This year, the film hasn't changed.
Just the way you said this, stop.
Well, yeah, that's my 2 cents, Gary. What's your favorite Christmas film? What's your favorite Christmas film, Gary?
Yeah, Gary.
Love Actually as well.
Why?
Nah, it's the Holiday.
Hasn't changed much since last year.
That's not what you said. You hate them because they're repetitive. But I'm like, you watch a Christmas movie once a year. It can't really be
That's what I'm shedding.
repetitive.
The camera's on.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're in.
We're in. All right, welcome.
Oh, God.
Train 1 to 1 podcast. It's been a while since the 3 of us have been on. Gentlemen,
Gary.
Gary.
let's move away from the Christmas film aspect because
terrible
it's clearly
intro.
past Christmas.
Yeah.
This is going to be out in February and people don't want to talk about Christmas. Yeah.
I'm trying to hold my laughter.
Now the problem is if he starts getting messy and laughy, it's not going to stop.
Me?
No, Gary. Remember
Me?
that one podcast we tried to do back in 2020 and we couldn't stop laughing in the
Oh, the
intro.
intro,
It took
yeah,
about
yeah.
30 minutes to do.
Yeah, that was a problem. That was your fault, though.
Yeah.
Daily. Once Daily goes, it's a problem.
I would consider that a core memory.
For you, for like, yeah, okay.
Like an Inside Out.
Inside Out was a great movie. They're making a second one, I think.
Yeah, Inside Out 2. Electric Boogaloo.
But we all have core memories.
Mm-hmm.
I remember how I felt then.
Already gone deep with it.
But I mean, like,
Fucking hell, gas.
do you remember that day?
Up the mountain straight away.
I do remember that day, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Remember that moment, yeah?
Do you have core memories?
Us doing
Definitely.
sessions in Strafford and it started hailstoning down. I had a one-on-one and the two of you were just standing beside watching it. And do you remember the weather? It was like the worst hailstorm ever. We then all stood inside after.
Yeah.
In the dressing room.
dripping.
It's funny because Foxy only sent me the thing of the Strafford the other day, dripping, and we just all started like just shouting to try to get warm.
Yeah.
That was bizarre that day. Yeah, because you were like watching my session for like way longer than you should have because of how bad the weather was. But you were just standing beside.
I think we were so concerned of our image back then that even if it was a one-on-one, regardless of what the weather was, we did not want to be disrespectful and walk away from the session because the parent was probably still there.
Yeah.
That's how obsessed we were with the details at the time. That's genuine.
I just remember that being a funny day.
that was too extreme.
That's ridiculous. It's
Oh.
ridiculous in hindsight. Even now, if I'm walking around sessions and I'm not coaching, I might not even need to be there. I will be so conscious of putting my hands in my pockets and stuff like that.
Same.
Although I'm not coaching.
Really?
So conscious
Same,
of it.
man.
It's an
I
image.
looked to Blanche last Friday in a tracksuit, like a normal tracksuit. I was freaking out.
Yeah, that would get me. If I was like that.
Freaking out.
Hands in pockets when I'm like.
Yeah, when you're
observing,
not.
I
No,
don't mind.
it's not a problem.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a problem. But I'm so conscious of it.
If it's not your direct session, it's not a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Your
Oh,
direct
yeah,
session is the problem.
yeah, but yeah, the context was there. If it's my session, I'm not putting my hands in my
Sorry,
pockets.
you're
He
Of
was,
course
yeah,
not.
yeah, he wasn't
I
doing
said
the
I'm
session.
observing.
Sorry.
If I was walking around or doing content or whatever, like it's fine. Like even sometimes, like Finn would have his hands in his pockets. Like he rightfully has his hands in his pockets because it's freezing. He's not doing a record. I'm like, I feel like saying something to him. I'll say it to you now, Finn. But there's absolutely no reason for me to say that. It's just ingrained in me.
Question on, well, we're on the topic of observant sessions and all, and as we're getting bigger and we're bringing in more good coaches, Jesus. I'm like a good barking there.
Wolf.
Me about to ask a serious question. Do you find when you're watching the session, do you ever find like you're kind of like, oh, I would have done this or I would have done that differently, or like I want to step in but I can't?
No, I never want to step in. No,
This
Are you asking that intentionally to me?
No,
Yeah,
well,
he is.
I know your answer, but I'm curious if he'd be similar to you. Because before his answer, because you interestingly probably definitely share similar aspects as your personalities, being brothers naturally. So I wonder, do you have that kind of shared one?
no, like I would never feel the urge to step in, ever. There's obviously whenever you're watching a session, whenever you're doing anything, you're judging it. That's not in a bad way, but you're making an analysis of what's going on. There's going to be thoughts in your mind or whatever. But I'd never, losing the plot over here. I'd never jump in or feel the need to jump in.
Well, Gary, what's your answer?
I always have the itch to get in. Always.
What is that?
Control freak.
Really?
Yeah, big time. Big time. Because I feel like I can affect it at all times. And it grips me. I can't control it sometimes.
That's mad.
Let me go into a bit more. Like if there's a session on, for example, could obviously be a great session. You've got very talented coaches. But if I see a kid doing something wrong, I will correct that kid.
What's wrong? Behaviorally or
Or
football?
Technique wise.
Okay, right.
Because I just think I'm such a wasted resource standing here knowing that I
no,
can
I
help
think
that
that's
child.
okay though. No, that's different. By stepping in, I would say
hold on.
like
So one of
taking
our
the
coaches
session
was was being onboarded. Told me what session we were going to do. I could tell instantly it was too small. Like instantly. By the way that the cones were set up, I was like, I'm going to have to step in here. I was going to tell him beforehand, but I let it run. And then he came over and asked me, like, what should I do? So you got to make that at least a quarter bigger. At least.
That's better though, because
It is.
If you step in and fix it, the coach won't have seen the problem. It's, I mean, you're just gonna fix
It's a
it. And he'll
direction,
go,
it's
and he'll
not a
go,
learning.
oh, that was a problem, but it's reactionary to you fixing it.
Yeah.
But
Well, the
if
itch
they
was there.
know, but if they notice it and then come to you and go, what could be the problem with this? And you go, oh, make it
No,
better.
it's
That's you
definitely
learning though to be not a control freak.
Yeah, but as
at
well as
times.
that, like, there's a massive difference. Like, it's our business.
Oh yeah,
I
Oh,
feel
no, I feel
like-
that. I feel that. Whenever I'm around it, I feel that.
I feel when the session's on, let's say if I'm just observing and stuff, like I'm nervous driving up in the car.
I feel that as well.
That's interesting because of the three of us, I would probably be the most like so not all in. Not saying that you're not all in football, but I'd be very much like, oh, life revolves around football. Where you would both talk about it not being like you actually already mentioned on Daniel's podcast. Or was it after? That you were saying, oh, some people think, oh, it's everything's football with their kid, maybe.
After, yeah.
But yeah, you're having that mindset going into the session where you're thinking, like, a lot rides in this one session. Like, this is our business. But
Yeah.
But it's
whereas
it
when I
is-
go into it, like if you were asking me, oh, if we were both watching that same session and you'd be like, oh, he could do this baby or whatever, I would probably be like, it's great. It's
You're
one.
way more laid back.
But yeah, but
In a good way.
interestingly, I'd be more like all inish on football, but you're more about like well rounded and other avenues in life and not being pegged down by one thing, but yet that thing.
But that
you've
thing
managed to
matters
get.
though. That's the problem. Like I
would argue it doesn't matter that as much as you think.
no. I'm not saying that. I'm
Agreed.
just talking about being on the pitch. No, you're right. That
Yeah.
it's not going to affect the bigger
Yeah.
picture. But I'm just so obsessed by us, the brand, the image,
Yeah.
who we are, what we're meant to be doing, the
But
value we're
do
meant
you
to be
think
bringing.
that would damage it that much?
No, but it's the.
So then what
I
is it?
want it to do. I want to be so good. I want to do so well.
You're saying it will and it won't
Yes,
at the same time.
no, it's the feeling it will. I'm not saying it
But it
will,
doesn't.
but when you're there, it's like this matters.
Yeah.
But in hindsight and in the bigger picture, does small little details like that really matter? In the greater scale, absolutely not. But I think if you don't have someone in your boat who's like that, mediocrity will creep in.
Interesting.
Yeah, to me, it's definitely a combination of this is my business, and I don't feel like I'm moving the needle unless I'm moving the needle. But
Yeah.
you're absolutely right, though, because
'Cause
you need to allow people to make mistakes. And again,
Definitely from a
absolutely
coach's
right,
perspective,
Gary.
yeah.
nothing that I'm correcting or nothing that I'm nervous or anxious about before the session is really going to be the death of training to one.
Yeah, I'd argue though, like you're saying about, I'd argue it's very much contextual in the sense that we always talk about context with players. Let's say it's a car crash of a session, and we've actually never had it from one of our new coaches. Funny enough, with a parent, imagine a parent email one that was this. If you explain the context to a parent, going that was his first session, he's a young coach, has never coached small group before. That's the context. 9 parents out of 10 go, all right, fair enough. So context is key. So you were saying about if every session isn't like the way you expect it, but I would argue it shouldn't be like that because nothing's going to ever really change then. Like that context of bringing in a new coach, it's going to have to dip. It's like clubs bringing in a foreign player you see in England has to hit the ground running straight away. It's like, no, he doesn't. He's moving his whole family across the world. Like the context is so key where they're going to have a dip, which is to us might be bringing in a new young coach who struggles in the first session because that happens. Because for anyone who doesn't know, when I actually say to all the coaches now that come into us now, we struggled with the sessions at the start, particularly in Celtic, because how small it is. I remember the first time I was a group of 12. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm all over the place in this session, and I have 12 years coaching experience. That's it. So I'd argue contextually, it's kind of meant to happen in our sessions.
No, definitely.
The standard is weirdly meant to go down, even though that's something like that because it's our business. We don't want to ever see. But it has to happen.
When you brought it up when you were talking about it in the car, I was more so referring to my sessions or me being physically present at a venue.
What do you mean your sessions when you're coaching them, or
either I'm taking sessions, so they're my sessions, or I'm meant to be in the T1-to-1 environment for the day or for the evening, if you know what I mean. Where I'm almost like nervous going up to it in a positive way because I want to do so well here.
Anticipation.
Oh, so okay, even if you're coaching, so
even
like
if I'm coaching.
Oh, okay.
Even if it's something that's in my control.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm the same. Way less on Tuesdays because the three of us are there.
Were you always hostile on Tuesdays?
Yeah, the most hostile on Tuesdays.
You come in with fire in your mouth, ready to go, like a dragon.
And also, I think it's delegation of responsibility too. I know, like, because we own it, I know that I can just lean on you both straight away if something like happened. Again, something. There's nothing around the corner. Whereas, like in some venues or some days where there's, let's say it's just like one founder and then T1-to-1 coaches. At the end of the day, like the responsibility is on you. I think sometimes intuitively, I don't think I'm intuitively I'm present with that. Although at the same time we're all wearing the same tracksuits and we're all doing the same thing, like. But the book does end with us. So that's always just one thing I find very interesting.
We always have the most responsibility.
Oh, that's mad. I wouldn't get that kind of sensation whether there's one of us there, 3 of us there, or none of us there. The sessions, I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing that we're all.
It's not one of the things that stresses me, to be honest. That's interesting.
Yeah. I can't tell you why either. Like every single venue and coach that we have, I'm extremely happy with. So I don't know why, like, there is that. But again, I suppose like it's a different case when it's your baby, like, and especially because of the years that we've done it, I find sometimes you can nearly spot things before they even become an issue. And
we're blessed we haven't had any issues.
No,
I would argue.
I'm talking about
hypothetically, and
no, I'm talking about the minor details that you're talking about. Like, a session's too small. It's not going to be the best session it can be. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like ruin or like, you know, a big brawl happening. I'm talking about like.
Gary, what happened today?
No, I'll be nervous.
Set the Astro on fire.
I'll be nervous that like. Fundamentally, it's because people are paying for a service.
Yeah.
It's not like you're training at your club and you can afford a bad session because you're a volunteer. It's not the case with us. And there's definitely a narrative around paying for coaching versus, getting it with a club where you are technically still paying for it. Nothing like for free. But I think like there is a specific duty, especially with the brand and the sessions that have been on offer for 5 years consistently. There is like Nike don't release bad garments, for example. Same thing with us. We don't do bad sessions. There's always benefits there. But at the same time, like with football, it's very interesting because a lot of players in our sessions will get really good football benefits. They'll get zero social benefits. They'll just stick with their same friends, etc. There's some players in here that will get like minimal to marginal football gains, but huge social gains. So you don't need to have a top session. And also a top session to one person is not a top session to another person. Like, for example, even like sometimes like parents and kids have given us like really good feedback. I absolutely love that. This is like talking about my session specifically. I absolutely love that session. Like it was like XYZ's for a session. Absolutely loved it. And I've been thinking to myself, that was like the worst session I've done all month. You don't know what players like and don't like, and also the outcomes that they're looking to drive. Like they just might want to kick a ball more, feel better, learn one thing. Whereas I'm disappointed and get like 18 coaching points across, like, and it wasn't like the perfect synergy of session from warm up to the last game. Like we were working on a stud cut and we scored a stud cut at the game. Like football sessions are magical like that, you know.
I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there, and this is the point I was going to say. It's a big switch I've had in my mindset towards coaching, where you're talking about it being your like our baby, let's say, but it's not. It's the players. At the end of the day, which if you think of a team, it's not. If I coach a team, it's not my team.
Yeah,
it's the players, and you've kind of made a point there where everyone comes up to it for a different reason. Some might want that extra bit of coaching. Some might just want to be in an environment where, I don't like my team because the manager gives out to me the whole time. And Gary's not my manager. He's not really going to give out to me. He doesn't really care if I miss a goal because he's not picking my team of the week. And so when you think about it that way, and I think that's kind of helped me not worry about the control aspects of it, where it's like, it's not about me, I suppose, or us in that weird sense. It's a player's thing, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Yeah. And you're absolutely right. It's not about us.
So it's not like our baby. I know it's a bit our business, but when you worry about the control aspect, because it's like, it's ours and we have to make sure it's this, but it's actually the person who experiences it. It's theirs, really.
It is
at the end of the day.
Yeah,
like
it's a good point.
I think if an artist does a painting, is it for the artist or is it for the person looking at it? I knew you'd like that one. Hang it in the Louvre. The
Louvre.
Yeah, it is for the viewer, to be fair, or for the viewer's portrayal of it. Yeah. But anyway, for where I am currently,
so much about Christmas movie.
no, but where I am currently, like with this whole mindset thing,
jeez,
it's definitely not like, it's not aiding, it's not helping myself, it's not helping the players, it's not helping our coaches. So it's definitely something that has to be improved. Like,
what is? Sorry,
my need for control. That feeling of like, I need to step in here, whereas I probably don't need to step in. I need to fix that problem. That's not a problem. That can easily be addressed after. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hear you.
It's just a waste of energy, I find. Now, I haven't got better at it. I was a control freak coaching. So remember me back in Stella, like, different person now.
I got like half of that.
What do you mean?
Because I seen, I got half of it going. I was thinking, this is normal. And then I realized it wasn't normal.
No.
So I have half of it and half it's myself. And I'll eventually mould to Tutankhamun.
Well, he's dead.
He died happy, man.
We'll all be dead.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Next line of speech.
But yeah, I needed that.
Where did that
Gary.
start with?
Thanks, man.
I've no idea. That was a good chat. That was a bit random.
Something about sessions.
It was from core memories out, but
Core memories, yeah, because we talked about that one session, then you talked about the having to always be at sessions. Yeah, those are the days. Well, that was not the day. That was the worst day I've ever had coaching.
That was the worst day ever. Yeah,
That
probably the
was
worst day of my life.
So cold.
No,
But that is a core memory.
That was funny. Sometimes moments like that are very funny. We did have a lockup though recently where it was raining, it was wet, it was just the worst half an hour of my life. You know, when you're locking up, your hands are cold, you're trying to close like 7 locks. God.
the worst part is actually getting into the car wet,
Oh, miserable.
because then you need to wait for the windshield to
And it's clammy.
Do you change clothes often?
No, and I should.
Yeah,
To be honest with you, with our line of work, we should have a full-time bag in the car at all times.
Best thing to change into is shorts in a weird way.
Factorial. Well, we learned that at 17, 18.
Yeah, right. This is very specific, right? Because I mean super specific. But my sensory issues are so bad, like the feel of wet or cold. So I'd rather just sit in it, right? So this is almost counterintuitive. But rather than having to get it all off, get something else back on and not be fully dry, but be partially dry. The time it takes to do that in the car, in which you're already bringing all the cold and wet clothes into, if you don't have access to a changing room, and then put it on. I'm only 15 minutes down the road.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't know.
I just
but then your
can't
car
do
seats
it.
are soaking for like an extra day then.
So you get into the car, do you? And then put your gear on in the car.
No, I get changed.
In the car.
No, if I had to, I would just get changed outside the car.
Okay. So everything's just getting wet then anyway.
It's a ball play.
Okay.
It's a ball play. It's the wet clothes that ruin the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
But I've just
But I agree
accepted
with
it.
Gary. Shorts are very easy to put on.
Get change in the passenger seat.
But it's still gonna be the same issue. You're still gonna have a wet seat.
Yeah, but then go to the
No, I know. You're gonna be sitting in the other seat, but the other seat's just gonna be wet.
Yeah, but sure,
And
you
you're
don't
still
need
gonna
it.
have the same problem
Yeah,
with the
but
windshield.
time multiplied by wet clothes equals saturation. You know what I mean? So wet clothes times 1 minute doesn't have a lot of saturation. Whereas one of our mottos in China 1-to-1 is play long-term games with long-term people. So that's one of the reasons why we decided to partner with Financial Planning Matters. Although planning for your future is a long-term game, you need to do it with long-term people. Even me personally, with working with Niall and the team, there's no hope in hell I would have been able to actually plan my financial future without the assistance of Financial Planning Matters. So please, I'm reaching out to you today. If you are experiencing the same things that I was experiencing, like struggling to create an emergency fund, struggling to actually understand what investing is, struggling to even understand how to get money from a bank account into an investment fund, tiny things specific to your use case, even other examples like trying to plan for college. My advice to you now is to reach out to the Financial Planning Matters team to make sure you take control of your financial future, whatever that is to you. You can do this at www.fpms.ie to reach out to the team today. Wet clothes times 20-minute car ride home. That's a wet car seat.
Do you know what though? I'll tell you this for nothing. There's been times I've sacrificed the time of getting changed in the car for sitting like this in the car with my back not touching it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll just go with it.
Yeah. Stiff
form.
neck.
It's
Yeah,
great form.
stiff neck.
Back's gonna go now.
I've seen it before. It's a sight to behold.
So
What
there's
do you
only
like?
one contact on the floor. It's my hamstrings and my hole. With 2 contacts. And then
What,
other
so
than
you
that,
don't
the
get
back's
the
not
back of
touching.
the-
The back's not touching. I'm just all forearms.
Wow.
I'll
But I
get
mean-
home.
And
And people are like, just get changed. And they're right. But I won't do it.
yeah, but what people don't understand is the post wet session gear
We'd
hustle.
generally be there for 3.5 hours. That's the thing.
But I'm talking about when you get home, and obviously because our gear's there, we've got 50 bibs that need to get washed. They can't stay in the car. You got to take them out.
There's actually nothing worse than when you forget to wash bibs.
You got to dry the footballs. You got to dry the cones. So we need to take them all out of the car. Still piss and rain, mind you. So here's what I'm going to put it back to. You've already changed. You're gone home. You need to get back out of the car, empty all of the gear from the boot into the garage. Your new clothes will be pissed on again.
Well, because the change you get into isn't your like evening attire.
no,
that-
but you're just
that
going to be
is
getting
bizarre.
changed twice.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to have a shower after getting
Yeah,
rained
just
on.
have a shower from the original bit of clothes you have on. Like you can get in and out of home and get home quicker if you don't have to get changed.
What is the time frame though
It would
of the
take
drive
me.
home? If the drive home was half an hour, would you do the same? Like what's the 15 minutes is fine.
good question.
What's the
Yeah, good
shortest
question.
time? Or
All right,
what's
yeah,
the-
okay, so let's put some criteria on it.
15 minutes on a normal
from
day.
here to home.
20 on a good
From here
day.
to home.
What's that? Half an hour ish.
No, it's 25.
Give me the rough millimeters of rainfall.
It's bad.
Bad.
It's bad.
Okay,
What's bad
it's
mean?
so bad that your T1-to-1 trench coat is still dripping water out of it because it's already saturated.
That's bad.
the
That's
rain.
bad. That's really bad.
Right,
I'm getting
what are you
changed.
saying? From here home.
Yeah, I'm getting
tw-
changed. Yeah, I'm getting
Yeah,
changed.
okay. So 25 minutes is your thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
roughly.
It's been hazy rain.
But
How long does it take
But-
you to get from Kilcock? Or not Kilcock,
here.
to Savage? 20?
20 on the dot.
So it's
Yeah.
5 minutes is the difference.
Yeah, my association with Sebridge to home is very minimal. Here to home feels like, oh Jesus, a lifetime away.
Because what I'm thinking
That's
to what
fine.
you said is, you change, you get home, you empty the gear, so you get wet again. But the clothes you're wearing is like your
shite. It's why you wear to bed if it was cold, like.
very specific. But okay.
Tracksuit, oh, okay, no shorts. You did shorts.
I mentioned shorts.
Shorts were
He did,
established.
I
Yeah.
could just see G in like a Christmas t-shirt or something. For some reason.
I
don't know
slept with
why.
tracksuit bottoms on, mind you, and it's a good play. Do not count it out.
Terrible play. But anyway,
That's
when
the worst.
That is the worst.
Under the blanket.
Be warmer. I just not know he done this. He's your brother.
If it's cold,
Under the blanket with tracksuit bottoms.
if it's cold,
That's 2 years.
Is there socks
behind bars? That's
no socks.
that is. Oh, my foot's cramping. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Is it?
I take my shoe off. One second.
Are we staying on? I was gonna say.
I can't, don't say anything. I won't watch this.
Oh my God.
You panic
Because my calf was cramping. Don't pat the camera. No, not in the heel. No, come on. Stop that. Gary, seriously. This is not funny.
What is your calf?
My calf was in an awful state yesterday.
Oh.
Nearly cramped up. And then, do you ever, your feet ever cramp? No? It's a terrible sign. It's an awful sign of bad calves. And I was told that. And I've been trying to stretch them in between sets in the gym.
Oh. Where does the cramp like in?
It's
kind
the
of there?
bottom of my foot. So, right, my cramps got so bad when I was swimming one day. I was swimming back, I'd say about 4 or 5, no, longer, 6, 7 years ago in Carton House, right? Very bougie of me. Getting the little front stroke, bit of breaststroke going. And I kept cramping my right foot because I was so tense while swimming.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was like really in it. And since then, every time I swim, right, I tried it like for 2 or 3 weeks after that and it kept cramping. I was like, well, that's it. Like, I'm no
dead.
longer swimming with my feet. So I have a habit of every time I go to swim now, I just use my arms. My legs just stay still behind me because I don't want to. I don't want them to cramp.
Imagine like a crocodile with their tail,
Oh,
like their bottom
ridiculous.
legs.
That's very similar to how I operate.
That was absolutely scandalous.
Yeah.
Sorry
Anyway,
about that. Honestly, genuinely sorry
That's
about
what I was
that.
saying. That's not your evening attire that you're in, so it can get wet again.
Okay, I know that.
It's
and
the
then
time to get
newsflash,
changed.
you
though.
wash that and your coaching clothes, so they're both ready to go again the next
Okay,
time.
that's a huge play. Yeah. That's a huge play.
Because the alternative is you keep them clothes on, you wear them till that evening. Oh, they all of a sudden don't go maybe into the same place as the wash basket, or they don't go straight into the wash. Then you get in the car next day to go coaching. What do you forget?
Your
Your
spare
spare
gear.
change.
Yeah, it's a good point.
So
Actually,
that
it's a good point.
routine's important. That makes sense. But I'm just,
I wish I did it more, to be honest.
Yeah. Am I going to really bring it into my life? Probably not. but I probably
Implementation
should.
intentions.
And also, we haven't even mentioned the illness. The illness risk
Yeah, exactly.
of wearing wet clothes.
Morgan.
That's the main thing.
yeah, fair. It's fair enough.
But at the same breath, do you not build up an immune system with exposure to that?
Well, I put the reps in.
Oh,
I don't get particularly sick a lot. Do you ever notice that? Like think about it.
For the frequency we're outside.
Correct.
How often do we get proper sick? We do have sniffles.
we do when it gets near the once the weather shifts from summer to like autumn, kind of. We all get it.
But I mean,
Sniffly.
like we're outside more than a lot of people in the day to day. Like I know, like builders and stuff will be out a lot more in general, like labourers and
hardier
stuff.
men than us.
And farmers. Oh yeah, much harder. At the same time though, 12 hours a week outside in the pissing rain, especially in the evenings when it's dark and cold in the winter. I see you at work.
What do you want a medal?
No, I'm just saying, in terms of immune system.
You build it up.
It's all the Actimel I drink.
Actimel. You used to drink Actimel in school. I haven't seen you with an Actimel in hand in eons.
You were definitely one of those blokes who had, those little balls, and you scoop them into your yogurt.
Oh, Morgan. All the time he had them.
You had them
All the time.
That's probably
like,
why. It's probably why I know.
Yeah. What was it? What's the matter? Muller? Don't they do the Muller corners?
Yeah, Muller. Yeah,
That
Muller.
was scary. Do you remember my signature lunch in school?
The rolls you used to eat at the back of the class with spilled crumbs everywhere. And the teacher would go, Gary, are you eating? And he'd be like, no. And the crumbs literally all over you.
They were tops.
You used to I'm convinced you weren't even hungry. You used to just eat for the thrill of trying to eat at the back.
It
That's
definitely
how
became
much
a
of a
thing.
daredevil this boy was.
No, it definitely became a thing, yeah. Because I remember I had a very scary Irish teacher, and that was the only class I didn't eat food in, and I accomplished it once. Because again, it's a core memory I can remember of like, and I used to have like the Jansport bags, like a little satchel at the front. I did this intentionally. Put it under my lap, top thing, take the roll out, and just do this.
He did, to be fair.
And I tell you what, they were unbelievable. They were the rolls that were already baked from Aldi in the plastic packet. You put it in the oven for about 5 minutes. Comes out. If you touch it, it'll burn you. You gotta cut it quickly with the knife. Open it, and the steam rises. You get a butter knife. Melts onto the roll. You put in fresh ham from the butcher. And then bang.
You are the weirdest block right now. The sound effect there.
That was the worst.
But I tell you what,
no. So
it was unbelievable.
no. Can we go back to the tracksuit bottoms
Yeah.
in bed?
Oh yeah.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
Can I give context though? As
What
you said,
type of tracksuit bottoms?
cotton, of course.
Loose or tight? Like were they cuffed?
No, very loose.
Okay.
But I've
At least
worn
that.
cuffed before, like Nike ones.
This is more than once.
Can I give you context, please?
Go.
Okay, let's say it's a Sunday.
Okay, it's Sunday.
We've been on the pitch for 3 hours.
Fair enough.
I had a late night the night before. I come home. I put on the football. It's very warm in our kitchen, Morgan. You know it is. You kick the seats back. You fall asleep under a blanket. It's 7 o'clock, right? You're knocked out. 10 p.m., 10:30. Are you really going to stay up for an extra hour? Probably not. Why not go to bed? But you know when you're in that sleepy head, if you're like, oh no, I gotta get changed. Slip under the covers. Lights out.
But it's as simple as change. Like
Just
taking the bottom.
Gary, just take them off.
But it's very cozy though. It's very cozy. Don't knock it until you try, lads.
Here, Phil Kenheady in London. Not this time round. The Harry Kane shoe. Mother of God, that man can sleep. He's the sleepiest man ever.
Oh yeah.
So we were buzzing after, right? Finn's doing a little bit of editing, right? Little bit of work in the hotel room. Close the laptop. We're there watching TikToks or whatever. We're chatting back and forth. I didn't say something for probably like what felt like 2 minutes. It was probably about 7 or 8 minutes. I turned to my left. A fully jeaned Finn
Where?
on top of his duvet. Right? And I was like, I'm not gonna wake him. He is gone. So I slipped into my bed, covers on, cozy. Took me a while to fall asleep. Took me about 45 minutes to an hour to fall asleep, right? I wake back up 4:30, 5. Finn has proceeded to tuck himself into the duvet with the jeans. Everything's still on. And then I woke up in the morning and I can't remember if he was awake before me, but I think he had gotten changed by then. But mother of God, I thought it was hilarious.
Jeans. That is audacious.
Like jeans is ridiculous.
No, you wouldn't catch me dead in jeans. Yet long as sleep in them.
Yeah, that's fair. So, do you find jeans comfortable? You wear jeans?
Yeah.
No, you've kind of gone away from them though recently.
I do have jeans. Yeah.
Do you like wearing them? I think they're so uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah.
I've more jeans in years, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're so uncomfortable. I'm delighted that the cargo started coming around. Like,
What are you laughing at?
I have an image of you just like asleep on the couch. Getting up,
Wake up and go.
not speaking to anybody, just walked about like this.
Yep. That is exactly it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but Catch the Ghost is in my room at home.
that is
it's
true.
Absolutely
That is
freezing in
true.
my room.
It
Yeah,
is
that's weird.
absolutely stone age.
That's maybe good for your sleeping, though, isn't it?
It
Yes,
is.
It's easy to fall asleep cold.
Oh.
It's easy to stay asleep. Yeah, because your body has to dip under a certain temperature to fall asleep, and
It's
it
just
needs
horrible.
to hit a
It's
certain
the worst
temperature to rise correctly. That's what your circadian rhythm
Yeah.
is.
The worst thing getting out of bed when it's cold, or getting out of a hot shower when it's cold.
Yeah, both make me want to just.
You have hot showers, I know. I have hot showers as well.
Mine's lukewarm.
Nah,
I
mine's
don't,
not
I don't,
hot.
I don't like getting
No.
burnt.
Guys, I lived with you. Don't lie to me.
Are you talking about a post-run shower?
No, you don't have different types of showers, Gary. You don't.
I told you, I went through my whole shower routine
you actually did,
on this
yeah.
podcast, Gary. You got to start cold and gradually build warm.
Yeah, for every. What do you mean?
But okay, let's say I have a shower, right? And you get into the
No,
shower
what's a
after me.
post-run shower? How is that different to an everyday shower?
Well, a post-run shower, if it's freezing outside, you're looking forward to getting back into that warm shower. You've got an extra, you've got an extra degree or two in the locker there, Gary. But if I'm like a cozy boy, right? Let's say I have my cotton bottoms on, I have my hoodie on, I gotta go have a shower.
Shower.
I'm already roasting. I'm gonna find it very difficult to transition into that shower warm. Like I'm gonna find it very difficult to do a hot shower.
That makes no sense. You're hot. You don't
You're
transition
already
into a
hot.
hot shower. It would actually make less sense to go into a colder shower because then you're shocking your body for no reason.
Yeah.
You're saying I'm cozy, so I'm gonna not get into a cozy warm shower. You're gonna get into a less warm shower.
No, but I still. Come here, for the record, I didn't mention cold once. I'm not getting into a cold shower. I'm talking about the, like.
Obviously, yeah, not a cold.
My
lukewarm shower.
Yeah, my context to you was. What? My context to you, Gary, was if you got into the shower after me when we lived together, and I came back from a run, that shower is going to
Steamy
be
boy.
warmer. It's going to be warmer versus if you got into the shower after me, posted on the couch for 2 hours.
Like, guys,
But
not
you're-
gonna lie, I wasn't going to measure the temperature, but you like a warm shower like me. Nothing wrong with it.
But I don't.
Darburn, Alan O'Brien.
I don't like warm showers. I don't.
I can't believe you have different types of showers, to be honest.
I do. But like, and as well as that now, I peak the heat before I get out. Like I peak it, like to the point where I'm like, oh my god, I'm burning. so maybe.
Imagine walking by the shower door and oh my god! Hey, Gary, you okay?
So maybe you're going in and going, Jesus, this is warm. But in fact, that's like my peak.
There's demons inside of you.
Why
G.
peek it as you're about to get out of it?
You're
Because my
feeling-
body has the layers under it to take the heat. You can't just go straight from naked body to...
No, that's the question. Why do you peak the heat at the end? Is it just
And
for a
then get out.
thrill?
It feels amazing.
What's the nearly burning?
The little sting at the back of your neck is a very nice feeling.
I hate that.
If I was to sting you in the back of it now, you would try punch me.
Because I'm at a neutral temperature. You're missing the point, lads. I'm building the heat up.
So then the shower's done. You get out.
Get out.
You're going to be cold surely quicker because you're going from an extreme of heat to then to the normal.
I'm radiating steam.
Yeah, but you're in a room, Gary.
Yeah.
So when you step out of the shower, it'll be colder than being under hot water. Yes?
Correct, yeah.
So when you go to the hottest point of the shower right at the end, then turn the shower off and get out.
Yeah. But your skin's on fire. So as soon as you put the towel on, ba-doom, bang, you're ready to go.
Do you not go colder because you were hotter in the shower?
You're going from extremes.
It takes a long time to go from, let's say, your skin temperature at like
To
38
defrost, like.
degrees down to like 5 degrees where the room is.
Because he has such hot showers, this proves my point. The room is just roasting with him.
Does nothing to do with it.
Do you take long showers? After a run, you definitely do.
Yeah. Not now. Shower's a pain in the ass. I think showers are a pain in the ass. The whole process of a shower is
Yeah,
at least
I
a
don't
20
like
to
it.
25 minute investment.
Do you know what? I love a shower.
A shower is a 5-minute investment, max.
I love...
You know,
Getting it out.
You're
I
talking about-
know. What's your routine? Shower, condition, shower gel, body.
You're
wash.
talking about task
You're
to shower.
talking about-
No, sorry, you're not talking about task to shower. So let me
Say that again.
task to shower. So you're doing. So you're a Saturday night. You're going to play.
I'm actually picking up what you're putting down
You're
here.
playing Derry tomorrow. You're in the middle of a keynote, a deep thought task of your presentation before your game. You need to disconnect from that. Go upstairs. You'll be on TikTok for about 2 minutes. Take your clothes off. Be on your phone again. Go into the shower. That's 6 minutes.
Why would I go on my phone prior
So
to
you're
it
telling me you don't go into the shower and
and just go, oh, Joe, I need
this
to
is a big difference
look at
between me and
TikTok.
you now. This is a big difference. You don't use your phone in medial tasks. You won't go find like a Spotify song and play it.
No.
Whereas I will.
You can't even hear it as well.
Yeah.
No.
Let's say I wouldn't like have to bring my phone up into a shower with me into the room.
Well, it's not a shower as well.
I know, but I wouldn't like need to bring it up.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
But do you get what I'm putting down?
I
though?
do understand
Task
what you're
to
saying. yes.
shower time. That's the part. As soon as you close the laptop, I was like, I'm gonna go have a shower. Clock starts. Clock starts.
Yeah.
It's 25 minutes, Gary, from the time that you close your laptop to when you start your next task. Fact. Dara texts me or Paddy, what time are you going to be on the Xbox for? Like, oh, I can't give you a time. It's like, how can you not give me a time? Well, first of all, I haven't factored in the conversation with my parents. I haven't factored in the time it's going to take me to get my clothes off and go into the shower. What do you want? Like an accurate, like, get away from me.
What are you saying? Get your clothes and get in the shower as if it takes time.
It's a task.
It takes 30 seconds.
No, it doesn't, Gary. The clothes that you are currently wearing, will they get folded and put back into the wardrobe an extra 2 minutes? Are they going to be just dumped into the laundry box?
Them, throw them in the wash
30
box.
seconds. Yeah, 30 seconds. It's the difference between a minute and a half. And no. These times add up, Gary.
A shower is not that deep. This is the most Bigsy answer you've ever given. Task to shower
From
ratio.
the moment you go from task to shower back to next task, time it.
Okay.
Maybe I've woken up all of you and you to the time that you're wasting. Every day. Wasting.
You're the one having 25-minute showers. Shower. That's a really creepy face. What was your routine again? Shower, shampoo.
It's changed a bit since then now, I'd say.
Oh, he's mixing it up.
It's a bit easier now, I'd say. But as you alluded to,
Easier, as if having a shower is difficult, Gareth.
it's definitely it's a colder start. Getting myself into it. I always go shower gel first now. Pits. You know that area. Then I go shampoo. Wash the shampoo off. Then conditioner. Wash that off. And then my heat goes up. Ah, it's blue water.
And then I'm out. So that takes 25 minutes apparently.
No, not the
It's
shower.
task
It's
to task is what he's referring to. It's
Gary.
task to task.
Task to task is 25 minutes.
So stopping a task, prepping the shower, getting in the shower, getting
Drying
changed,
yourself.
doing stupid stuff if you need to do it, conversation post shower, opening the window to let the heat
What's
out.
the alternative then? Not
There's no
shower.
alternative. Yeah, you're right. There isn't, but I'm just saying, like, a shower's a 25-minute investment. Like, now, in saying that,
It
if you know
shouldn't be,
if you know it's 25 minutes and it's daily, then make it a good time. Make it enjoyable.
Or make it shorter.
Or you can make it shorter.
Make
100%.
it significantly
All
shorter.
right, I'll time it when I go home today.
You can make it much shorter.
All right, I'll time it.
What I was going to say before you went off on that rant, I love
Sorry.
a shower in a hotel. Not a hotel room.
Yes.
In like the leisure centre or something like that.
Oh,
I
both.
love it. I love it. You know, it's my time. It is. It's my time.
I'll double down
I'll
on that.
hang the towel on the door. I might even just let the shower run out while I'm getting changed, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, fair.
Leave it there. Let the heat come
I
in,
was
but I'm
gonna
not going to
say,
get wet.
yeah. Do you finish
Yeah.
the shower when the shower finishes, or do you step out while it's still running?
Oh,
I have to finish when
Uh,
it finishes.
Neither. Depending on the shower options.
Oh, this is a press in one, let's say.
Huh?
Let's say it's in a leisure centre, it's one of them you press in.
Press in.
Rain comes down,
Yeah.
and then like it lasts whatever 30 seconds.
I will stay in the cubicle and
And
dry
it stops.
myself.
Okay, yeah.
In the cubicle, so I
understand.
maintain the heat.
I understand that.
factorial.
I've spoken about this before. After the last time you went on the rant, we have not evolved at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's key. I've been going for a Friday cleanse. It's lovely. Jacuzzi, sauna,
Every evening.
shower, every Friday.
Every evening.
No, like afternoon. I'll do a face wash routine. I'll wash, you know, and I at least know once a week. I'm getting that done.
That's a great idea. Where the hell was my invite for this?
You're
Oh,
welcome.
You were
It's
too
your
busy
time.
in the shower.
Huh? It's my time.
You were too busy prepping task to task.
Is this yeah, fair. Is this in Johnstown?
Yeah.
I need more time myself, lads. I need to be doing that.
Yeah, do take the time. I used to be
the
so
time.
guilty of doing that. Now,
You're right.
just do it.
I'm slipping into old habits like that again.
Just do it.
Neglecting my
Just get it done.
my personal time a little
Get
bit.
it done. It's essential.
Yeah.
Even if I don't enjoy it, I know it has to be done. But majority of the time, I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
So that'd be just like on a normal Friday. You just at like 12 o'clock.
Call
1
my
o'clock,
Friday
like,
cleanse. I've given it a name.
Friday cleans.
do you go sauna as well?
I go, no, I don't like it. It burns my chain. I have a very weird knack on my chain. I can't get it off on my own. So
Oh, yeah.
it hasn't left my
it's a-
body.
But
And
the,
then back
the
ones.
steam room doesn't affect the metal.
Steam room doesn't affect it. Jacuzzi doesn't affect it. There's a plunge pool in Johnstown, Jonah. Out the
No.
back. I went to it the other day, yeah.
What was this when?
What's a plunge pool?
It's like
What's
a
the
little
difference?
bowl.
Cold
It's like a
pool.
bowl. But it's big, like, so you can
okay.
proper get in it.
Is
Like.
it new?
Yeah, it's outdoor.
Is it stationary?
It's stationary, yeah.
So it's a
It's
new
there. It's
build.
locked
like-
in. Locked in. Little steps
You're
up.
kidding.
It's not sexy looking around, but it's like around leaves. It's kind of in the back. You can't really see it. Like it's
cool.
nice.
Have you got in?
I got up to my knees and I said, "Good luck." I went straight into the sauna, but that was my first move.
Oh,
now
just see you
I've
tip you
settled
run
into
away.
it. Now I've settled into it. Next week, I won't bottle it. This week, I'll tell you if I do it this Friday.
I got into I went to the 40-foot 3 Sundays ago. I think the water was 3 degrees. It was so cold I couldn't speak.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't speak. I was like,
I can't speak.
and I'd be fairly okay in cold water, I would say, but couldn't speak. I was in it for 3 minutes. When I got out, like I was red, like red raw, and I was
It'll wake you up.
probably about 3 minutes away from, like, I think it's 7 minutes under 4 degrees is dangerous.
Organs gone.
And apparently, like, after like so I was like, after about 3 minutes, I was like, oh geez, I'm actually okay now. It's like, yeah, that's like your body's response to you're dying. I was like, all right, I'm getting out of here. Let the adrenaline kicking through to get you through it. Like, it's your response. It's an emergency response. Now I'll tell you what. It's the hardest thing you'll do, but you'll feel fucking great for hours after.
As in what? What are the benefits? Like, what are the feelings?
Do you ever take a breath when you're stressed and you just feel enclosed? But when you dip yourself into cold water and it's just 3 minutes, like, and you get back out. When you take a breath, it feels like your whole chest opens up and it just lets the light in. That's how I describe it.
Oh, okay.
So every breath you feel.
My Friday cleanse
I tell you what, Morgan.
now has
Now,
a
come here,
ritual.
Morgan. It's way harder to get into a standing or sitting.
100% because you can't move.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, the ocean, I think, is tougher.
You're
I'm
kidding.
terrible at staying afloat. I'm not buoyant at all. I'm a terrible swimmer. So I'm like
Like a
struggling
bag
doing
of
that.
onions.
Yeah. Can't breathe because it's cold. I'm done.
So you just go under.
Oh no, like I
You
can't.
fall around like a cauliflower.
I'm terrible, like swimming. Like I waste so much energy treading water.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really, really bad at that.
Can you, like, are you a good swimmer? Like,
If you were to tell me to jump in and swim somewhere, I'd probably get there out of, like, I don't know. But like, if you told me to stay in a body of water for 10 minutes, I would really struggle to tread water. I have to keep like lying on my back and like chilling out a bit.
Interesting.
But like when you're trying to that and you're trying to catch your breath in the cold, can't do it.
You do it to keep moving though in a cold sea. Like you have to. Like you stop for a minute. Like you sort of like phases. You'd never get into a cold sea, would you? But you have like, I'll say you've sensory
Cold.
issues, but you do not like.
I do not
Extreme
respond
hot or
well to the
extreme
cold
colds.
or the heat. Yeah, on both sides. My skin's terrible. Terrible for
It
the
is.
heat, especially awful.
Yeah, you don't react
Terrible
well
genetics.
to.
Terrible.
You
Thanks,
don't
man.
react
Thanks, Dad.
well at all to extreme
No.
conditions.
No. Unfortunately,
That us.
Yeah.
that was bizarre, lads. Great though. Like, good chat.
Thanks for
Well done, you.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Thanks for
Gary, your fun mood made that very enjoyable.
my fun mood. Your ridiculous shower routines made that very enjoyable. I've never met a man who has different shower routines and temperatures, while also has slept with his bottoms on.
You're telling me, come here. You live with your partner, so you can't just like put you on your tracksuit bottoms. First of all, they'll look at you in disgrace. B, you be a sweat machine. You can't be at that. I get that. However, when you are, now before the spring kicks in, but when you sleep by yourself, give it a shot.
There you go. Give it a shot, everyone.
Give it a shot. Please. I mean, like, what's the worst that's gonna come to? You know?
You'd be sweat.
Now, the thought about going to sleep now with my tracksuit bottoms on doesn't appeal to me, but you're telling me when you fall asleep on the couch and you're cozy, you don't want to move, get up, go to bed, get yourself straight under the covers, do not take off an inch of clothes. Fall asleep. Enjoy it. Feel it.
That was episode number 82.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thanks,
watching.
lads. See you there.
Thanks, yeah. Thank you. What have we become? What have we become?